My queen bee in this hive died, which had me a little bit down, but I got a homie who gave me 3 unborn queens that I tried to introduce to this hive. Otherwise, I was able to see how fast bees were able to draw out honeycomb and nectar and honey on this frame. I'm gonna show y'all how the whole damn thing turned out in this video. Yo, I'm with Taylor today at her bad bee apiary, and she's gonna give me an unborn queen for my queenless colony. Let's do it. I'm getting a queen for one of my hives that went queenless after a natural swarming event, which is pretty much when a colony splits and the old queen leaves with at least 50% of the hive to form a new colony somewhere. In the original hive, the bees started creating a new queen bee by feeding her royal jelly into a queen cell, but I accidentally destroyed them thinking that the queen was still there. That's the reason I'm here today with Taylor, to get one of her queen cells that has been already fed to try to transplant into my new hive. We'll see if it works. I need a queen. That's one. Make a little bit of room. Might have a better chance. So we got 3 that are on the 6th frame. So we'll see in a couple days if they survive. I'm not too sure. At this point, I just closed up my colony and waited almost a week to get back into my hives, but I didn't find very good news getting back into them the next time. And the queen cells that were in there are now gone. So since my original plan of taking one of Taylor's charged queen cells to my new hive did not work, I gotta move on to plan B. So what I'm doing is moving some of these frames out of the way because I'm going to take a frame from this baby hive or nuke, and it'll have baby bees on it, which the bees can actually make a new queen out of. Oh, and by the way, I just seen the queen here in the bottom left corner of this frame. She got a big old booty. I don't know if you can see her, but it's actually going to be one of her daughters that goes into this new hive. So it has eggs, which are very, very young baby bees, which look like a little grain of rice in the cell, and that's what's going to be used to put into this original hive. The bees can turn those eggs into queen cells to make themselves a new queen, which they wouldn't have had the option to do so on their own because there currently isn't a queen in there laying any eggs for them to do that for. The last process that I'm doing is just replacing that frame of eggs that I took from the nuke by taking just an empty frame that has just a little bit of wax on it, even though it doesn't look like it, and putting it into their nucleus, which they will be happy to fill out with new wax and nectar and honey. But yeah, that's all I was doing today. I was a little disappointed that transplanting a charged cell didn't work for me, but hey, I learned something, and hopefully in a couple weeks I'll be able to provide an update with a new queen in crème brûle. Yo, I'm back out here today at the farm, gonna go to my apiary for my hives. I will say too, I love beekeeping, especially on a beautiful place like the farm out here, but it's hot and it's humid. You can already see. Also, be kind to me. Cornrow's been in over a week now, so they're not looking as good as they did a week ago, but I digress. We outside, it's mad muddy. I'm like trying to figure out where I'm gonna even get my smoker fuel from. I don't know, just puddles everywhere. So this is gonna be interesting. Probably take me a couple minutes, but hopefully I can get some smoke going, because the bees might not be very happy with me moving everything around. Made it over to my apiary. Luckily, this area right here has been in the sun and it's pretty dry. So this is what I'm gonna use to get my smoke going. Opening up my hives, I see there's about 9 out of the 10 frames that are full of bees, which is really good. And I'm just hoping that I can see some honey in here. And I'm also hoping to see brood, which is a sign that a new queen is here.
A lot of nectar, almost all nectar on this side. It's really glistening, pretty. Again, a ton of nectar. A lot of honey, also brood. Yay! That means that a queen is here, and I see larvae. So that is beautiful. So they have successfully requeened and are queen right, which is exactly what I wanted to see. A lot of honey, more brood. I'm so proud of y'all. So I had confidence in this hive because they were so strong. I knew if I just gave them the chance to make their own queen, they shouldn't keep going. So I wasn't too worried about them dying or anything. Was very concerned that they didn't have a queen for a little while, but it looks like it only briefly delayed them from getting to their bag. But I definitely will be taking some of this honey away soon. Taking a little bit of it to harvest because they have a ton. It looks like the super room is full.
And it's really the same thing in a lot of the next couple of frames, which is just mostly honey all around the frame. And then on the bottom middle of the frame, well, right here on the top of it is brood or baby bees, the darker spots, the darker comb. So they have resources to both survive and to feed their young, and it's really good. The only problem today that I was having is the bees were a little bit defensive. As you can see them flying around. Sometimes you'll see them just stop, or I guess you can hear them too. But I didn't get through the entire hive because I saw what I needed to see. I know that there's a queen here, so I was content finishing up my inspection. But essentially, I know that they definitely have a queen. My only concern is that she might not be the nicest. A lot of her babies were just really defensive and flying in my face a lot, but that's okay for now. All right, so next I just wanted to show, this was the black frame of foundation, just empty, that I had put in a couple weeks ago. And now I'm just going back in to see what it looks like just a couple of weeks later. I'm interested because it really shows how hard they've been working, especially as a newer colony. I feel like they're extra motivated. And pulling it out, you can see all that fresh honey wax. It's all that white comb, and it's being filled with nectar and soon to be honey. And then going to the other side, they're filling it with more nectar and a lot of pollen. So it's beautiful. I'm proud of them and happy to see it. So I'm not going to do a full inspection on them today. I will save that for another time, and maybe a video. But I trust that they're doing their thing. And yeah, I gave them a little bit more space, but I'll definitely be showing more of that later because I'm hoping that I can get a little bit more honey into that top box because Lord knows they've been working in that bottom box. So I think a little more space will do them well. And I'll hopefully have some summer honey, which should be interesting. But their process is going to be the same in that top box of having to come up and build out some wax and then fill that with pollen, nectar, and eventually honey. So it'll take them a little while, but I have faith in them that they'll be able to get it done.
This must be